Hi, I'm Paul.
Hi, I'm Annie.
And welcome to Skip the Rulebook's Kickstarter preview. Today we have a sequel for you in the shape of an expansion to a game we covered earlier this year, UltimateTroll.
After the great success of their first campaign, the minds that encourage you to hoard treasure and go rooting through your mate's family jewels are proud to present UltimateTroll Episode 2, Steampunk Tycoon. Your aim, as with all things trollish, involves no small amount of loot grabbing, trap setting, and of course bossing around those pesky minions of yours.
Just don't take too long deciding how well done you want your dwarf stakes. Let's skip the rulebook. UltimateTroll will eventually become a longer running series, with each episode introducing new cards and not entirely serious plot twists to this light-hearted troll-themed brutality. While each episode can be played as a standalone game, you also have the option of shuffling together up to 3 episodes to form your deck. This does more than imply that you can expect to be seeing more episodes of your favourite treasure burying game in the near future.
Each player begins the game with 3 piles of 3 cards in front of them. If you choose the basic setup for the game, you pick up one of these piles to be your hand and leave the remaining 2 to be your 2 first hoards of loot. You do have the option of a more advanced start where you can choose the placement of these cards, which allows a little more tactical play from the off. The remaining deck is placed in the centre of the play area.
The game begins with the player who most recently ruined someone's day. Whether it was intentional is entirely up to you. Each turn starts with having a rummage through the deck. You draw 2 cards and add them to your hand. We then get to go digging for treasure in one of the hoards on the table. This is most likely to be one belonging to your opponent, as the only thing better than treasure is someone else's treasure. Flip the top card of your chosen hoard and follow any dug up instructions written on them. I will get to claim this rather valuable treasure if I choose to stop there. I can, however, push on and keep digging until my chosen hoard has either run out of cards or I hit a card that says stop digging. It's not only treasure that can be found among the caverns of a troll's hoard. Runts and trolls can also be press ganged into your service and are stolen in the same way as treasure. If you reveal one of these cards, simply follow the instructions underneath the words dug up as before. Uh-oh.
Trolls may not know the value of contactless payment or fingerprint scanning, but they do know a thing or two about security. Traps are placed within a hoard to stop would-be thieves from getting away with too much of your treasure, with some of them being decidedly devastating to your dreams of a healthy hoard.
Once you've pulled off your subterranean caper, you must now bury some of your loot, in order to keep it safe, as all good trolls and puppies know. At the end of the game, the player with the highest gold value stashed in their hoards is the winner. The price of security is high, however, as placing a trap in your hoard will lower your score due to their negative value.
Once the game ends, all players get to unleash the trolls. Players choose a single card from their hand and place it face down on the table. All players then simultaneously reveal their cards and follow any unleashed instructions on the cards. This is also the point in the game where the synergy of some cards can lead to big points cash-ins. The medal cards gain their value based on other cards successfully stashed. So as a general rule, if you come across one of these cards during play, it's a good idea to work towards this goal.
If you find following the rules just a little bit too nice for your troll sensibilities, you do also have the option of playing dirty. This rule essentially puts into writing that you're allowed to cheat without looking like you're just there to ruin everybody else's fun. The downside is that you must, if you get caught, face the consequences. This can involve trashing some of your treasure and also looking a little daft.
Whilst the mechanics of digging up loot and burying treasure are relatively simple, the possible combinations of where and what you will place can lead to a potentially vast number of tactics. Should you place a trap in your hoard and accept the negative value in order to trick your opponent into digging up something they think is valuable treasure? As you get more and more used to the game, you'll find that your gameplay focuses increasingly on trying to convince the other players that you're not doing the exact thing that you are doing, and very much rewards good acting or a solid poker face. This gives UltimateTroll a huge amount of replayability, as no 2 games are the same.
The card's synergies and borderline politician level bluffing will mean that although this is a great gateway game, it will also satiate the appetites of the more hardcore gamers out there. The game continues to grow in depth as you get more and more used to the metagame surrounding it.
The UltimateTroll Episode 2 Kickstarter campaign begins on the 15th of September. So if you like the look of this humorous yet deep card game, or simply want to see what treasures and twists this episode offers, then click the link below to pledge.
That's it from us to Skip the Rulebook. If you enjoyed this video, please press like. If you want to hear more from Skip the Rulebook, hit subscribe. You can also find out more about us on Facebook, Twitter and skiptherulebook.com.
Join us next time for your chance to jump into that new board game of yours without having to do any of that tedious rule reading.
See you later.